Master passcode on it. It says Forsen Bias, watch this. I'm interested. Glad you could remake it, Luther. We played this mission.
Glad you could remake it, Uther. Watch your budget with me, boy. You may be my employer, but I'm still your superior as lead software engineer. As if I could forget. Listen, Uther. There's something about Reforged you should know. Oh no. It's too late. These players have all pre-ordered the game. They may look fine now, but it's a matter of time before they ask for a refund. This entire classic client must be purged. What? How can you even consider that? There's gotta be some other way. Damn it, Uther. As Activision Blizzard, I order you to purge Classic. You're not the real Blizzard anymore, boy. Nor would I obey that command even if you were.
How is this so good? Why does it sound like this?
An act of treason.
The voices are so accurate.
Treason? Have you lost your mind, Arthas? Have I? Lord Uther, by my right to work law and ownership of Warcraft IP, I hereby relieve you of your command and suspend your developers from service.
Arthas, you can't just...
It's done! Those of you who have the will to reforge, follow me.
What?
The rest of you, get out of my sight. You've just crossed a terrible threshold, Arthas.
I'm so confused right
Jaina.
now.
I'm sorry, Arthas. I can't watch you do this.
What? Wait, so they have different voice actors. I thought for a second that it was the actual same voice actor, but there's no way he would do this, right? Just someone who sounds very much like this guy. I don't know who this is. Is this the guy who actually does it? I don't... He's a voice actor, I get it. But it's not the guy. He would never be allowed to do it, right? Yeah, he's a YouTuber. I don't know. I don't recognize his name or anything. I thought it was very good. Good job. Either way.
Now see what's happening here. I shook both of them at the same time with equal energy.
Is this the shakalaka laka in you? Is that this guy? No? It looks like him, right? It's been a while since I saw him, but it kind of looks like him.
Welcome to Uganda.
You don't think so? You sucky.
But now you see what is happening here.
This guy looks a little bit older, but I mean it could be because it's been so long since I saw him, right? I think so too. Yeah, stop come on broing me. The fuck? He looks like him.
It actually erupted like a volcano and messed up everywhere. Now the most painful part is that I can't recover my soda. Once it is spilled, that is the end of it. Now, sometimes when you are angry, please close your mouth. Because you may end up unleashing certain words that you never intended completely, and it can worsen the situation. And you know, sometimes you may apologize and say, I'm sorry, but some words are like venom. They can poison someone's heart against you permanently. Now look at this one here. It's looking like nothing happened completely because I never opened it. And you know, sometimes when you're angry, it is advisable to keep calm and postpone your action. You may even need to leave the place for a while and come back later to handle the situation. You'll realize you'll handle it with a lot of sobriety, and you'll be in charge of your thinking and your words. Believe you me, if I open this one later, nothing will happen. Don't let anger control you. Close your mouth sometimes so that you don't erupt hot magma.
Yeah, open it and prove it.
That you don't.
Did he open the second one or no?
And postpone your action. You may even need to leave the place for a while. Never opened it. And you know, sometimes when you're angry, it is advisable to keep calm and postpone your action. You may even need to leave the...
Yeah, I mean, he has to prove it, right? He waited. He waited. And he has to prove it now at the end. You know, that would have been a life lesson. But now we don't know if he would spill. We don't know. You know? We don't know. We have no idea. Maybe he will still spill. But yes, a very good point, and a point that has been repeated quite a bit of the course of mankind.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Trailer reaction time and final trailer, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. I have been waiting. I've been having wings and such and watching football, which actually I've been getting into and I enjoy, and I've been waiting for this, and I've been watching Star Wars trailers and listening to Star Wars music. I got my tickets for all 3 screenings. Oh, I do a whole bunch of stuff here. We're here to watch the final trailer for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. If you want to see this trailer without me in the way, there's a link in the description below or something right about now. You can click on that, check it out. Here we go.
Okay, I don't see how this is relevant to anything. I'm sorry. Gaben Donan says there are changes to Dust 2 and Mirage changes. I actually played.
You'd think an operation would
I've
be
seen the Mirage change. They added a bench, right? I was so surprised when someone jumped up there by himself.
Great time to be a CSGO YouTuber, but after the initial excitement, there's been less to talk about than normal. But that changes today with some unexpected changes to some of our favourite maps.
Whoa, added up wallbang spot from Palace to scaffolding close corner. A-side. Oh, wow! That is shit I need to know, you know?
Dust 2's bombsite B has always been a scary place for terrorists to rush, but those stood in tunnels have been given this new broken roof to chuck grenades through. They can use this to flash into the site and to smoke pretty much anywhere they please, helped by the many planks and details they can use to line up their throws from. This will make a B rush less memey and more doable, given the right equipment and practice. Just be aware that this plank, and this plank alone, isn't solid. Although harder for the CTs, they can also use this update to lob stuff back into the tunnels. For instance, they could flash or smoke in and then rush from the site to take terrorists by surprise. They have far fewer options from this update than terrorists do though, so I'd see this update as one that makes Dust 2 more T-sided. Bear in mind that only the sky between B site and tunnels has been opened up. Those stood at T ramp won't be able to use this. Mirage has seen perhaps the most gameplay changes, and most of these I would say favour the T side. Like this bench in middle. Stand here and you can peek up to catwalk,
you can fucking,
or back up to where terrorists will emerge from at the top of mid. Or you can use it to self-boost to window, or to surprise snipers at A waiting for a peek from a usual spot, or just to have a nice long rest after a long hard game. I reckon that once you master it, this route to Catwalk could be faster than the alternative. It's certainly going to shake things up. The wall at the top of middle has been pushed back, which doesn't introduce any juicy new angles or anything, but could be used to set up hilarious run boosts to catch snipers at window off guard. And by making the entrance wider, it will be harder for CTs to smoke it off. This trim at B has been lowered, meaning your vision doesn't shake as much when you run over it. There's still a bit of a ramp effect going on, but it's less jarring.
I always got blocked
this smaller
by that
lip will
shit.
also improve visibility both ways, and
I
will
was
simplify the
backpedaling,
outline. As
trying to
far
get
as I'm
up.
concerned, they might as well have gotten rid of it entirely. But it wouldn't be Counter-Strike without a new bug, and you can now get stuck on this corner here. There's a wall-banging palace where the new doorway is. If you must know, it leads to, like, the most pointless corridor ever, but it really is quite convenient for killing people. Anybody stood in that corner at scaffolding can be wrecked. Snipers in jungle can be wrecked. In fact, the only place that's safe from it is CT entrance in the bomb site plant zone. Much like the changes to Dust 2's tunnels, only those who take the time to learn it will be rewarded by its new
I need to learn that.
opportunities.
I need to fucking learn that. That is fucking legit, dude.
Looks like you'll need a sniper to punch through it though. And even when you do, you might not deal that much damage. A headshot with an AWP will still kill in one, but it will take 4 body shots to kill an enemy at point blank through this wall. So if
It
you're afraid of
wasn't
being
relevant.
wallbanged,
I
mix
just
up your
got a little out of hand. But seriously, Boom, next time you stream, just watch the full Destiny video. It's basically your intro time minus 10 minutes. You're just being a stubborn old man.
No, I just like to watch things that I like to watch, alright? And it's not particularly interesting to me.
Your position a little
because he's just fucking being... He's just trolling, right? The guy is clearly just fucking trolling.
bit and you'll be hard to hit.
Amazing.
And it does work the other way too. CTs can shoot through this spot back into Palace. Terrorists will be able to hide from this by standing the other side of the central pillars. And last, Bot Vitali shocked the world when he killed Aggro by anticipating this unusual sightline. So Valve have blocked it up, presumably to nerf OP.
He's not trolling Lil W? Yeah, that's why he's fucking attracting you Zoomers, because you have no idea. You think Jersey Shore is fucking real, and other fucking talk shows on this fucking platform.
bots, and people abusing the sightline, obviously. I think that with map updates, Valve makes small changes to them every time a problem is spotted, but by the time they roll it out to the game itself, they've forgotten what they've changed and cover themselves with stuff like various minor bug fixes, which isn't helpful for me at all. I have to scour the whole map to find them. What they did announce was that Train's skybox between Ivy and Bombsite A has been opened up to give terrorists blah 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 more opportunities, etc. You know what to expect. They also hinted at visibility improvements, and I noticed changes to the lighting at the back of Bombsite B, mostly to brighten that super narrow walkway at the bottom of scaffolding. The drop down to back of B has also been brightened. Ignore the pigeons in this example. No, seriously, ignore them, and you'll see that the wall has been lowered. How not interesting. But something needs to be done with this Ivy, which is now suspended in the air almost all the way up. And lastly, I'm going to cover cache, which I'm kind of sad about. Since the custom player models were rolled out last year, this map has suffered from poor visibility. So FMPone has gone about the whole map, brightening pretty much everything, removing models, adding bright trims, and toning down the greenness
I like
of the map.
changes
Following
overall,
this
'cause of
crisis, the new cache is now a
better.
far cry from how it was at launch.
And also B
I describe it
on
as
those
almost
two.
being halfway back to how the old cache looked. I'm sure
You
it
could
plays
really
better
only
and that
go,
most people
like,
won't care about these changes,
mid to B.
but I think it's sad for a mapper to have to compromise so much for reasons beyond his control. Still, good to see the game getting some good old-fashioned changes again, especially as some of these will actually shake up the gameplay.
The fuck is... Okay. Sure. Sure. Forsen